Would you like to hear how I got the nickname, the Dragon of the West? Yeah! Aha! It is a lovely day for a cup of tea, don't you think? Come on, you got to feel the flow! Yeah! Only once every 100 years can a firebender experience this kind of power.
The wise, noble, and powerful firebending master, the legendary Dragon of the West, Iroh, is here to conquer the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. That's right, Zuko and Azula's tea-loving uncle is finally here. In this character spotlight, we'll be taking a look at how Iroh stands out with his unique set of techniques and abilities. First up, let's take a look at Iroh's neutral special, the White Lotus Counter. This move is a counterattack, and depending on which direction you hold after pressing the special button, you'll get a different attack. Holding backwards results in a grab followed by a suplex that can be comboed off of. Holding forward causes Iroh to leap forward while letting loose some cover fire, and every other direction results in a quick shoulder bash that will knock enemies away. The slime version of this move behaves mostly the same, but if you hold a direction and press the special button again, you can perform an attack without needing to get hit first. Next is Iroh's side special, the Dragon of the West. While these fiery fumes are active, Iroh can continue walking around the battlefield. If activated with slime, the Dragon of the West takes flight, performing an air dash left or right, making it super useful for recovery or as a mid-range gap closer. Wisdom of the Last Dragons is Iroh's up special. With this, Iroh rockets himself high to the sky, and if the special button is pressed again, he'll descend like a meteor, knocking enemies out of the way or spiking them if they get caught in the startup. Lastly, Iroh's moveset would be incomplete if it weren't for his down special, the Jasmine Dragon's Tea. Even the heat of battle won't stop Iroh from warming up some tea. When activated, Iroh will take a brief moment to enjoy his beverage, but if someone comes running to interrupt your tea time, then you can cancel the move with any other special attack. If Iroh is able to finish off his cup, then he'll recover a bit of health, gain some meter, and enter the Jasmine state. In this state, Iroh's fire attacks gain a little bit of extra range. His down special instead shoots a fireball downwards. His light neutral air attack gains a powerful optional follow-up, and he can use the follow-ups on his counterattack without having to get hit or use slime. With the special attacks out of the way, let's cover some of Iroh's other techniques. Just like his niece and nephew, Iroh also has access to lightning through his charged up and charged down aerial attacks. These moves are a little slow, but they're also pretty big and super powerful. His light forward attack is called the White Lotus Gambit. The first hit pops opponents up, while the second is a long-range, flaming strike. This move contains a little bit of an advanced technique. If you activate the second part of the attack and then quickly try to dash, you can interrupt the White Lotus Gambit and do whatever you'd like as a follow-up. This includes simply repositioning, going for a grab, looping the move into itself, or comboing into a finisher. Also, Iroh is intangible in between the first and second hits, and if you perform the dash cancel, he'll even keep the intangibility for a split second. Are you ready to take the stage with the legendary Dragon of the West? Then give Iroh a try in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Thanks for watching.
The banished prince of the Fire Nation, Zuko, comes searching for honor and glory in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Zuko's powerful firebending abilities and skills in the martial arts left him well prepared to take on just about any foe he encountered throughout his restless pursuit of the Avatar. His cunning, perseverance, and resourcefulness are all deserving of some respect, and here in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, it's no different. Zuko's combat abilities are of course top-notch, and he has plenty of unique tools around his standard moveset to make him an even more well-rounded fighter. So let's just jump straight into his kit and see what's in store. Zuko's light attacks are quick, short, flaming strikes that provide a potent combo game, and his charge attacks are a bit on the slow side, but are generally great finishers or offer unique coverage and solid range. By pressing down special, Zuko will pull out his dual sabers, the infamous Blue Spirit's weapon of choice. With the swords equipped, a few of Zuko's moves like his jab, forward air, and charge forward attacks will all change slightly, generally being a bit faster and hitting harder compared to the regular versions. In addition to this, the swords themselves are actually a throwable projectile. Through some clever item play, Zuko can extend combos or find openings in ways that would be otherwise impossible. If you ever lose your swords, don't worry, you'll be able to pull out a new pair after a few seconds. By the way, in addition to just pressing down special, you can also pull out the swords during Zuko's grounded light forward attack. Normally, there's 3 parts to this move if you keep pressing the light attack button, but if you press the special button after the first part, he'll swipe upwards, launching opponents for an easy follow-up. And if you press the special button after the second part instead, Zuko will pull out his swords while executing a powerful spike. Next up is Zuko's side special, Ring of Fire. This is a big, flaming projectile that can cover a lot of space. Tapping the special button will make the ring travel faster, while holding it down will make the ring travel slower. The slime version of this attack will send a ring out in both directions. Altogether, this is a fantastic move if you need to apply some pressure from afar, or if you need to cover some space on a platform, or against a recovering opponent. Speaking of recovery, this is where Zuko can fall short. Using an explosive burst of flames, Zuko's up special launches him into the air, and then transitions into a freefall. After the explosion, Zuko has no way of protecting himself, so you might need to spend some slime on the enhanced version for a quicker rise, or to cancel and dodge out of it. One additional way of fighting your way back, however, is through the use of his charged up air. It can only be used once before touching the ground again, but it'll provide a little bit of extra height and get you closer to the stage. Lastly, there's Zuko's neutral special.
Dancing Dragon Punch!
This move is very, very slow and easy to dodge, but also very, very powerful, and if you manage to find a way to land it, you'll almost certainly be rewarded with a KO. The slime version of this attack enhances this move's strength, making it possible to even shatter an opponent's shield in one hit. Zuko altogether has a very well-rounded moveset and the capability of delivering a devastating offense, but with his middle-of-the-pack speed, lightweight, and weak recovery, you'll need to spend some time looking inward and carefully calculate how you choose to approach your opponent. Are you ready to take control of your destiny and prove yourself on the battlefield? Then try out Zuko in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, available through the Season Pass.